everyone, it's Reena Malra here, also known as the Queen of Investment. I am so delighted today because I have wonderful news to share with you. In case you were wondering, how do everybody do deals? How are they making massive cash flow? Well, in a moment we're going to be sharing that with you, so you better stay tuned and listen very carefully. So as you can see, this is my wonderful Stella here, and say hello, Stella.
Hi everybody.
So me and Stella are going to have a bit of a chit chat, just talk about where Stella has been, her background and the deals that she has acquired so far. So hopefully there will be some golden nuggets in there, some tips and trips that you can pick up, and hopefully it will inspire you to be doing the same thing. So hopefully you're ready. Are you ready? Cool. Okay, wonderful. So Stella, I am so pleased that we found this place.
Yes.
Perhaps our audience can't see how delightful this garden is. So where are we, Stella? Just tell them where we are.
We are in Earls Court Square, and we're in a beautiful garden, a garden that I call my own, which I'm excited to show you later.
Yeah, absolutely. So in case you don't know where we are, which part of Earls Court, we are in London, okay? Just to make it very clear, we are in London, okay? So this is Stella's third deal that Stella has acquired, but let's just go through the journey. Okay, let's just get them, let's see how well they know you, etc. So just introduce yourself, Stella. What's your background, where you come from before you found me?
So as Reena's mentioned, my name is Stella. I am 27 years old. So I have been on the journey, which I'm sure most of you have been. I did my degree, then I did my master's, then I started working in finance. And it got to a point whereby I just thought to myself, this can't just be it. There must be more. Looking around here, people that live in this area, how are they doing it? So I went on a journey. I knew that property was a good area to go into. So I did a lot of research. I went into seeing what would be good in property, and I was looking on Facebook and I came across you, Reena.
Wow.
I saw your post.
Excellent. So that was my first introduction to me.
First introduction to you was on Facebook with a little description about what you do and people's comments on how they found your experience with you and how they were on a successful journey. So I thought I would join one of your webinars.
Okay, wonderful. So hopefully that was a good idea, was it?
It was a good idea, definitely. I still remember the day that I joined the webinar, and I know you had those questions that you could ask. I was typing away with so many questions, trying to get them all in, because something about you just screamed, I want to know more.
So obviously you came on the webinar, so as a result, am I right in saying that you decided to join the training program that I did?
Yes, absolutely. I'm hoping one of the first ones to actually sign up to the event. I went on your website straight away and I booked it, and I have to say it was amazing, very informative. Reena provides you with so much information. She really drills into you what you need to do. I have to say it was just not enough. There was not enough time at all. It was absolutely not enough time.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does.
And information.
Yes.
And it's so inspiring, isn't it? Just in case you're hearing planes going above, helicopters, excuse us, we are in the open. We have no control over it. That's not your jet flying about, is it?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, that's all right then. Yeah. So just ignore us. We're just enjoying the weather because we don't really get that very often. Okay, brilliant. So since then, obviously you haven't looked back, and we've been working together very closely.
Yes.
So from there on in. So you have obviously been in a full-time employment.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure, because I want to make sure that people understand that you can be in a full-time employment and still have success. Okay, so just talk them through about your job, the hours, and all these things.
So I work in finance, which is very intense, very long hours. So even though it's a 9 to 5, I have to say. It's probably an 8 to 8. I have long hours, especially when you're working with difficult stakeholders. You have to be in our office. You're there till they leave, basically. And yeah, that's the life that I found myself in. And I always thought, okay, I'll work hard. I'll make sure that I put in this extra effort so that it will be seen to leadership as me being proactive, and that they'll see me as a loyal staff member, and that hopefully I would get a promotion. But what I found recently is that's definitely not the case. So recently I've been made redundant. This was a very scary situation for me to be in.
It was literally what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yes.
2 weeks ago, right? And this is exactly what my experience was. It doesn't matter how many hours you spend. It doesn't matter about your loyalty. You know, you are just a number to them.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You're just a number to them. When your time comes, your time comes. And am I right in saying you were called in out of the blue without any warning?
No warning. There was no mention of the possibility of redundancy. There wasn't even any mention of changes within the company. So this came to me as a big surprise. I was told 2 hours before it was actually announced to the company. So imagine my embarrassment of having to work that day, knowing that everybody knew that I had just lost my job. It was a scary thing for me, and I was really hurt, to be honest. More than anything, I was hurt because I had worked really hard for that company. I'd put in a lot of effort for that company to make sure that, you know, that it would be noticed and that they would appreciate my efforts.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case at all.
No. I'm pretty sure our audience resonates with your story.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, you know, we've been there, haven't we, right? I was the same, working hard, you know, expecting to get something in return, and you don't. You really don't. But anyway, that's history, Stella, isn't
That
it?
is history.
That is history. So, you know, like I was saying to you when you gave me the bad news, and I said to you, Stella, it's a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a silver lining. You know, what you can do is now go full-time into property. Why? Because you've already started your journey. Let's talk about the success you've had so far, okay, since you joined the training. So let's just talk about your first deal. So what was your first deal, please?
So my first deal was a rent-to-rent HMO deal in Seven Oaks. This was an 8-bedroom property, 6 en-suites. So imagine
Awesome.
6 en-suite rooms, which is unusual for certain properties, but it's a very large property. I managed to get it via an agent through an online portal, and from that one deal, I've been inundated with offers from that agent for more deals, and the rapport that I built with them has just brought more deals onto me, and that's been great. And the profits that I'm making from this deal is $1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month. Did you hear that? And that's profit. We're not talking about income here. That's profit in your pocket after the guaranteed rent paid to the landlord and after paying the bills, etc. Okay, so just one deal is putting £1,200 in your pocket. Okay, so you can see how quickly you can sack your boss. You know, very, very quickly. Okay, so let's move on to your second deal.
My second deal was a rent-to-rent SA deal, Serviced Accommodation deal. This is actually located near Liverpool Street Station.
In London? Remember, in London?
In
right?
London, sorry. For those who don't know, in London. Yes, and this is making me between $1,100 to $2,300 a month.
Perfect. And that's again the reason the range is there, because service accommodation, in case you don't know, is seasonal. Okay, so that's why we've given that range there, you know, but on average it probably will be, would you say in the late or just under $2,000 or something?
Yeah,
somewhere there?
absolutely.
Yeah, on average,
Absolutely.
because it's a fantastic location, Stella.
It's an amazing location.
Yeah.
And what I found with Reena's help and guidance is that I've managed to be at 90% occupancy rate
True.
every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reena has taught me ways to go about different sourcing methods as well that I can use to make sure that I keep my occupancy rates high.
Yeah, yeah. And there's no reason why it won't be 100%.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and you've got long-term guests in there as well.
Absolutely.
You know? So absolutely brilliant. So that is the second deal, so that was a service accommodation. And I said to Stella, I think you've got a bug like me, so you're going to keep doing deals. And voila, what happens? Here comes the third one. You see, when you start the journey, it's just absolutely amazing once you know what to say. And then it's just sky is the limit. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
So now I'm much more confident talking to owners or to agents about what I can offer them. With Reena's help, I'm able to just free flow.
Free flow. I like
Free
that.
flow with the information and the benefits. It's been amazing. So we are outside one of my deals at the moment, which is another rent-to-rent service accommodation deal, and this one's making me $1,400 to $2,900 a month.
Perfect. Amazing. And I love it here. I was just saying to Stella, we don't need to go anywhere. Once we finish the video, we're just going to relax and chill and have a fantastic time in the sun. But it's a beautiful private garden, isn't it?
Yes, it's
absolutely. We're surrounded with beautiful building here, which is awesome. So these were the 3 deals so far. And as we were chatting earlier, Stella said, "Oh, Reena, I didn't tell you. Guess what? You know the landlord who I did rent to rent with? The landlord." Okay, you tell what you told me earlier. Yeah.
So the landlord has gone back to the agent to say he has another HMO building. He wants me to take it.
So he specifically asked for you, didn't he?
He asked me. So it's not on the market yet.
Yeah.
He's gone to the agent and said, "Don't put it online. Please go back to Stella and see if she wants to take it."
Awesome. Do you see how, in Stella's words, the deal flow happens? So easily, because this is all about you understanding what to say and what not to say, equally as important, right? And then, of course, how to put the systems, the processes in place. And I'm so pleased that I have been here for Stella, because nobody knows. You have this comfort blanket of having a job, but guess what? There is no certainty that you will have a job for life, isn't it? And you found that has been a rude awakening for you, haven't it?
I found out myself. And honestly, if I didn't have these deals, if I didn't have Reena's help, I would be lost. So thankfully, I wasn't in a position whereby I was leaving that building with nothing. I had my deals, and they were producing a good enough income for me to survive. And if I hadn't joined this mentorship, if I hadn't joined Reena's help, no, I wouldn't have had that opportunity, and I would be in a big mess right now.
So now Stella doesn't need to be desperate to go and look for another job. It would have been good if you sacked the boss.
Yes.
It would have been good that way.
I would have liked to have done it on my terms.
Yeah, that's right. But hey, these are the supercars, bloody hell, so loud. But hey, we are where we are. Like I said, it's a silver lining, it's fantastic. And now it's an opportunity for Stella to actually become a full-time investor, as simple as that. And you are way, way, way ahead of your goals at the moment, aren't you?
Absolutely. I was speaking to Reena earlier, and I was saying, looking back to this time last year, when I was lost, I was just in a 9-to-5, and I was just thinking, is this actually it? Is this it for me? And to look at where I am today with these deals, honestly, Reena, you've been a godsend to me, because I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have these deals. I wouldn't be in this garden if it wasn't for your help. I'm really thankful.
Listen, you did all the work. So, it's not a magic pill. I never gave you a magic pill, right?
You gave me the guidance.
Yeah, the support and the guidance. And I'm very passionate about training and transferring my skills, because, when I was actually starting off in teaching, at that time when I looked around, there was hardly any female in this industry. Whether we like it or not, but things are changing. But I'm talking about like 15 years ago when I first started, it was a male-dominated industry. And that is another one of my missions. I want to show everybody that we can do it too. I do teach men and women, don't get me wrong, and I have success with both. But what I want to show women that you can also do it. Because I have actually broken the mold, now I am seeing that I've become like the role model.
Absolutely.
Is that right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're a role model to me as a woman, that I don't need to rely on somebody else. I can go out there and do it myself. Like, there are so many other options for me.
Right. It's the belief system, isn't it?
Yes.
So your belief system must have gone through the roof now, knowing, okay, well, if Reena can do it, and she is a human being and not an alien, but some people do think I'm an alien because I'm so successful, but I promise you, I bleed the same way you do, you know, so it's absolutely awesome. Really, really good. So guys, if you resonated with our story, because I have a similar story like Stella, and if you want to get out of the rat race and you want to sack the boss before the boss sacks you, we would love you to join us. Find me on Facebook. You know, there's a lot of marketing going on there, and actually we also have a brand new event coming up, which is women only event. Okay, so I would love you to be there, because like I said, I want to encourage more women to actually join us. A revolution maybe,
Yes.
yeah, you know, so that we can encourage them as well. So guys, I do love you, I promise you, but it's time for me to give a little bit more time to my lovely ladies, and I hope you will forgive me for that.
I would just like to say, if you have the opportunity to meet Reena and to get Reena's guidance and support, don't second guess it, take it. I can promise you now, you will not regret it. Honestly, I can, at 10 days to 27, being made redundant and actually coming out on top in a way, I could not have done that without Reena's support.
That is true.
So don't second guess. God, my last word.
Wonderful. Stella, you are amazing, and I'm so pleased to see you flying. So guys, if you want to fly, join us. Until then, take care, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye for now.